Okay, friends, man, it's T-Man, and I'm back analyzing a video by Prophetfear. I'm gonna review his pronated curls, bicep curls. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Let's see what he says here. Prophetfear says, pronated dumbbell preacher curls, 35 pounds times 10. Yeah, are you trying to get better at doing this exercise, or are you trying to eke out an adaptation? That's would be the same thing, I guess, an adaptation and being good at it. But once you've already done it, you've adapted to it. I'm gonna have to really explain this to people, man. They just really don't get it. Yeah, oh look. Okay. When you do this exercise with 35 pounds, say times 10, you do it maybe a couple of sets, couple of times. You're gonna get an adaptation there. Something is going to happen. Something's going to give. You're going to get some minute muscle tears, whatever, muscle injuries in the muscle fibers. They'll repair and remodel stronger as an adaptation process to protect from any more adaptations in muscle tearing or remodeling. No more muscle growth. That's it. So if you're doing the same thing over and over again, it's useless. Nothing's gonna happen there. I'm not joking, man. Nothing's gonna. If you're a chronic lifter, if you're chronically lifting, coming to the gym, you're an avid lifter coming in. There's nothing gonna go on there anymore. He's doing the same exercises all the time. He's adapted. Look, watch what he does here. Really, too bad you can't carry like a tall fucking, what do you call it? I have a thing for my camera, a camera stand. You can raise it really high. It's really hard to see what people are doing from the ground up. That's why I hate doing that in the gym myself, filming. I have to put it in certain spots, whatever. Before I carried one small one, but it only went so high. I like Sam Sulik. He has it really high up. That's the best. He's kind of struggling lifting that. What the fuck? They're 35 pounds. He barely like moved forward. I think his body's kind of weak. I'm not sure. Even here, it seems like it's heavy for him. Okay, he's gonna pronate. Now, there's nothing wrong with pronating the weight. What he's doing here, pronating, starting from the front and pronating it up. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's pretty good. If you're an arm wrestler, that would definitely help, because the twisting motion in the forearm, in the bone, will actually cause some tears and make it stronger. There's an adaptation process. But after you do it once, it'll rapidly adapt to that and protect from getting any more adaptations. That is the major problem in people that are chronically lifting and they've already done this movement. It's over. You've maxed out that adaptation. Now you need to move on with a new adaptation. And I can't tell you, you're going to have to move up in weight. You're going to have to keep moving up in weight. And sometimes it's a struggle. You're not going to look good all the time. Trying to move heavier, you're not going to look so good. You understand me? Because you're trying to eke out a new adaptation. And as you get heavier, it gets harder. Look, going heavier isn't easier. It gets harder. And so you can't look better doing your exercises. Now, if you want to look good like a girl in the gym, like a little biatch, then you go ahead and keep doing these forever, 35-pound weights. But you're never going to get anywhere. You're not going to get any more adaptations in myofibular growth so that the motor units can proliferate, giving you more force production. Now, that's why I say the small exercises is what you should focus on, not the large ones. The large ones, they're always going to be there. The big four are always going to be there. You're going to always be doing them. But the little ones, people never focus on the little stuff. The little stuff is more important than the big stuff. See what I mean? The little stuff is more important than the big stuff. Trust me, it is. his whole goal is to look good on camera. That's his whole goal. All his work, I don't look good on camera when I'm working out because I'm actually working out. I'm not there to try to impress somebody with a lift and say, look, pronation, 35 pounds. I'm going to try to do stuff that's really hard. I'm going to lift super heavy. I'm going to move around. I'm going to do a lot of sets, a lot of reps. It's not going to look pretty. I don't care if it looks pretty. I only care about results. A good majority of people don't care what they look like in the gym. They're looking for results, bro. Okay? And it's going to get harder. And they're going to scream and they're going to yell and they're going to pant. And it's going to be hard. But they're not really, the real people are not looking to look good in the gym. But a lot of people go there, these fitness slaves, gym slaves, lifting slaves. Oh, I want to look pretty, look good. I want to come along to get along with everybody. I got to look good because God forbid if I did something different. You know what I mean? How are you going to get a new adaptation, bro? Pure stagnation. Pure stagnation. It's like running. I told you, you have to run in a downhill range of motion. You're running at these whatever, like 10 degrees, 20, 30, 40. You're maxing out these adaptations. There's no more. If you go back to 10, there's nothing going on there anymore. Maybe if you ran more than you would usually at 10, you might eke out another adaptation, but that would just be endurance at some point. I think people don't understand speed running is short range anaerobic, so you don't really want to go a long distance unless you want to get an adaptation in long distance. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's very specific. Your training has to be geared towards what you're trying to build. What exactly is he trying to do with pronating and curling this? Does he explain to you what he's trying to get? He just says pronated dumbbell preacher curl. Okay. Team whatever. He's got a new team thing now. He calls it Team Optimal at Basement Bodybuilding. Oh, he's directing it to Basement Bodybuilding now. His new friend. Man, Basement Bodybuilding has taken off a long time ago, bro. Do you understand me? They're not watching your channel. They don't care about you. They think you're strange. But like I said, what are you doing this exercise for? What is the purpose? Why don't you put it in the description? What exactly are you trying to do here? I don't understand. With the curl, if you're adapted to this exercise already, you got an adaptation and you're adapted. What is the purpose of doing this? Again, what is the purpose? Again, why not explore a new avenue? Why not explore a new avenue? See what I mean? You could do a whole 1 or 2 months or something of just cable work and then come back to the free weights and then go from free weights back to cable work and try to move heavier and try to move other weights around, whatever. See what happens. Don't just stay there all the time stagnated. Jesus. Well, your glasses are about to fall down, man. Why are you wearing those there? He's very slow. When you bring it up partial, he's not going all the way, okay? It's partial way up. But to say this would be but this would be a what you would call a isometric eccentric contraction. Okay, isometric eccentric contraction, but you're adapted. Shit. And so yeah, that's what it is, man. Yeah, that's isokinetic is usually a flow of something like, I don't know, like a guy on a bicycle, and the movement is constant. It could be a constant eccentric movement. Like on a machine, if you're on a machine and the movement is constant, the flow of it is constant. Like like doing your quads up and down, up and down, up and down. This could be considered isokinetic. Yeah, it's isokinetic with eccentric. Isokinetic eccentric exercise. You have isotonic eccentric exercises, and then you have eccentric, isometric, or no, concentric, and then eccentric. So yeah, no, they don't have that with they don't. Concentric does not have isometric. It's not. This is not applying there. I just, again, I absolutely do not understand this guy. He's been doing this for 6 years on his channel or something. And it's failure, man. It's failure. I never see him do anything new. He does the exact same things over and over again. He's never getting a new adaptation. I just started doing cables conditioning work, but I'm doing something unconventional that most people don't usually do. And so the up force on the cables is what I'm looking for, because the tension is going to be constant, pulling the muscle up in the eccentric movement. I'm not releasing and dropping it. I'm moving with the weight all the time. You could call that isokinetic. I guess you could call that isokinetic. The cable work would be isokinetic eccentric exercise with some concentric, the concentric pulling down, but the eccentric isokinetic, the flow of it, it's consistent. It's a consistent isokinetic eccentric movement that I'm looking for in the cable machines, what I'm doing. That's why I'm laying down on the floor doing a bunch of things. I'm not doing it conventionally standing up in the opposite direction. I'm going from the top down. I'm not trying not to do a lot from the bottom up on the cable machines, what my majority of people are doing in the gym. Other than they will just do they'll do conventional exercises most of the time anyway. So yeah, they're not doing anything unconventional, like I said. If you understand how these things work, isokinetic with the eccentric or isotonic concentric. Isotonic concentric is usually standing. The isometric is usually sometimes sitting or laying down. It's a constant flow of a movement. That's what they call it. People use it in rehabilitation. They use a lot of isokinetic movements for patients, because there's a reduction in injury and there's an increase in strength. Doing that, there's a big increase in strength and a reduction in any type of injury if they were to do that. That is the whole point of doing those exercises in my videos. But again, people are going to watch my videos, they're not going to understand it, and then they're going to discriminate, because why the fuck is he doing that laying down or doing this or doing that, using this machine? Why doesn't he come along like every other bozo and do these bozo exercises and be adapted and get no growth, no strength, no nothing? You understand me? Why doesn't he be like us and fail? Because I don't want to be like all of you. You understand me? I actually know how it works. Anyways, tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I hope that helped. I don't know. Maybe I try to explain some things, but I'm not the best for explaining things. You understand me? I'm not the best talker or YouTuber on the internet, but there isn't anybody else out there, man, to explain some of these things to people, to get them to understand. Remember, less is more sometimes. Less is more. More is going to be less, but less will give you more. Think about that for a moment. You understand me? And eat healthy. Otherwise, you'll be eating medicine as food. Eat food as medicine, because you'll be eating medicine as food when you get older. And the same thing applies with working out. Less is always more. More is less. Yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, friends.